What's up, everybody? This is Kurt back at you another review, and today we'll be taking a look at the WWE Elite Series 110 Kit Wilson and Elton Prince, otherwise known as Pretty Deadly. Yes, finally we got ourselves some Pretty Deadly figures. These two definitely had to grow on me a little bit, but because I wasn't sure what to make of their characters. But you know what? I like these guys. They've grown on me a little bit. Hopefully they do well. And I was definitely looking for these figures, so you can imagine I was pretty excited when I found these at Target recently. So I picked them up. So here they are. Looking forward to see what these two had to offer. But of course, first things first, packaging. Of course, we got photos of each guy with the Elite Collection up there with the WWE logo. Of course, True Effects. Series 110 got the names, Kit Wilson, Elton Prince. I'm actually quite surprised they did not put first time in the line on the packaging because this is the first figures for both guys. So I'm surprised. Like sometimes they put it on there, sometimes they don't. I don't know why. Of course, on the side, of course, photos to both guys, of course. Other side, of course, the names. In the back, got some photos of them posing. Got bios for each one. Looks like the description might be the same for both. Anyways, you can pause right there if you want to read them both. Of course, career highlights, NXT Tag Team Champion, NXT UK Tag Team Champion, and then down below we got the other figures in the wave. We got Bruno Sammartino, we got Butch, of course, Pretty Deadly, Austin Theory, Roman Reigns, and Mommy herself, Rhea Ripley. Bruno Sammartino might be a pass because I do have the original version of that figure, which is Elite Series 25. The only real difference is, aside from the double jointed elbows, the True Effects, and the interchangeable hands, it has the same accessories, you know, the plaque and the microphone stand, and they're the same face, and of course the same sculpt as the original Elite 25. The only difference is Elite 25 has blue, this new one, Elite 110, has green. So I might pass on Bruno, but who knows. Butch, I'm not too sure if I'm going to get him, like whether it's the regular or the chase, I'm not too sure. Pretty Deadly we got today. Austin Theory, I do want him, but I'm very mixed on the head sculpt on that one. Roman Reigns I may pick up, and Rhea Ripley, absolutely. She's definitely the one I've wanted the most from the set, aside from these two gentlemen. So yeah, stay tuned for possible future reviews of Rhea Ripley, Roman Reigns, maybe Austin Theory, and kinda maybe Bruno Sammartino. We'll see. Anyways, that does it for the packaging. Does it open up Pretty Deadly and see what we have. We'll be right back. Pretty Deadly out of their packaging, and pretty nice, solid figures. Like I said, they're not perfect by any means, but these figures are still pretty sweet, pretty solid. Let's get right into it. First up, their accessories. They both come with the same exact accessories. They both come with two pairs of hands. They got the standard grips and the more actually improved open hands. Now, we saw these before with guys like Ricochet and Tommaso Ciampa, but remember the hands were huge and the fingers were a lot longer. They actually improved it. So it's the same pose, but it's a new mold. So I like that they did that. Yeah, and they both come with that. And they both come with alternate heads doing the same expression. But I'll get into those later on when we discuss the head sculpts for each guy. And of course they also come with their tops they wear. Now usually they wear them a lot during their matches, so I don't see why you would want to remove them. But you can if you really want to. You can just undo the Velcro and just take it off. Which I'm not going to because it's a very tightening fabric. I mean, it's a very nice material, but it is kind of like a tight fit, so I really don't want to damage it. Now, so it doesn't really hinder the articulation that much, like as far as the ab crunch and the elbows, or even the biceps either. It does in the shoulder because you can't rotate the shoulder all the way around, but it doesn't. But aside from that, it doesn't really hinder the posability, so not a big deal. So we're going to start off with Kit Wilson here. Starting off with his face sculpt, the default face. It's okay. They could have done a little better job on this face. I think it looks like him, but like I said, they could have done a better job on it. Of course, nice job on the hair. Of course, the top, as I mentioned, nice job on that. Torso on both, I think, is too skinny. I mean, they're not like really, really big guys. Like, they're small guys, but I don't think they're this small. So I think the torso could have been a tad bit bigger. Who knows? Maybe they're next to Elite figures if they get other Elite figures down the road. Maybe they'll give them bigger torsos. Who knows? Maybe this torso was just easier for them to make the shirts. Who knows? Then moving down to the pants. Very nice color scheme with the pants here. Very cool. It does have the belt piece up here, which is a separate piece, so you can move it up and down if you really want to. However, it is pretty tight, but it's really meant to just blend in with it because it fits the look, as you see here in the photo. Still pretty cool. And the boots, nothing too spectacular. It would have been cool if it was the same color scheme to match it. But hey, it's accurate to what they wore that night. So, Kit Wilson, solid figure, could have done a better job on the face. Now, he also does come with an alternate face with this expression. I think this one has a better likeness to Kit here. Just kind of wish they would have put that same effort into this one, because I prefer the expression on this face, but as far as it actually looking like him, this one's better. So it's pick your poison for whatever you want to display with him. Now into my favorite of the two, not just figure, but also just the guy in general, Elton Prince. And he has a great facial mold. I think this looks just like Elton Prince. I think it's a very nice likeness. And just like Kit, he does come with an alternate head with the same expression. So yeah, Elton, I think they definitely did a better job with his likeness on both head sculpts. Definitely looks like him. Nice job on the hair. Of course, they both have the same shirt, as I mentioned, and the same torso. Once again, could have been a little bit bigger. And the same pants, the same belt, the same boots. So basically, it's basically two of the same figure, whereas the only difference is, of course, the heads. Everything else is exactly the same, which makes sense. Because they're wearing the same gear, they both have similar physiques. So it doesn't surprise me that you basically have two of the same figure, just different head sculpts on each guy. So it just kind of makes sense. So Elton, solid. The joints feel nice and tight, but they're not like so tight that you can't move them. There's just not much to say about either of these guys. Like I said, very solid figures. Articulation is standard. We'll do it with Kit here. Head rotates side to side, can go up and down. Arms can rotate, go in and out. Bicep, double jointed in the elbow. Of course, rotate the wrist and then hinge at the wrist. It does have the ab crunch. Waist, legs forward and back, in and out. Thigh, double jointed in the knee. Swivel the boot, hinge at the ankle, and the slight ankle pivot. This is an older boot mold, so it's not like super stiff when you first get it. What mold is this? 2011, so this is one of my favorite boot molds. This was before the boot molds became so stiff you can barely move the foot. I think it was 2013, I believe. I think it was like Elite 24 or Elite 25 was when they did new boot molds, and that's when they got super stiff. So yeah, if it's got like 2011 or 2010 or 2012, those are good boot molds. Like these are 2011 boot molds, so they definitely hold up very well, and they're not super stiff. Anyway, so pre-Deadly, pretty solid figures. Like I said, not the greatest figures and the most exciting figures in the world, but these figures are still very solid for a very solid duo. Overall, very solid figures for their first ever figures. But not too bad. Like I said, not the most exciting figures in the world, but still very nice figures. I mean, for a first attempt at Pretty Deadly, pretty cool. Hopefully we get more figures of these guys down the road. Only complaints I have with these two figures is they could have done a better job on the head sculpt for Kit Wilson. And maybe the torsos could have been a tad bit bigger. And also be careful with the material on their tops, because I've had experience with it. It might rip over time, so be very careful, especially if you're taking it on and off multiple times. So be very careful. Like I said, really, aside from that, very solid figures. I mean, not too bad for their first ever figures. So say if you're a Pretty Deadly fan, and of course, if you also collect first time in the line figures, these are very nice figures to add to your collection. So say you can find them in the store, like I did. You can get them on Ringside Collectibles or Amazon or eBay or whatever for a good deal. I would say pick them up. They're definitely a pretty nice addition to the collection, and also a very nice tag team to add to your tag team division. So pretty cool figures. Looking forward to hopefully getting more figures of these guys down the road, because I like their gear that they have. Not just this one, but just other gear in general. So hopefully we get more in the future. Anyways, that's about it. So thanks for watching, guys. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for my next review, because I'm going to be doing another blast from the past for you. We got the Ruthless Aggression Series 20, the Masterpiece, Chris Masters. So that would be my next review. And also, be sure to hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell so you don't miss a single review. And stay tuned for more reviews of not just WWE action figures, but AEW action figures, toy-ons, stop motions, some shorts, and a whole lot more. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Until next time, remember, you can't touch my dream and you can't touch my soul. I'm out. Take care, guys.